In my work, I have listened to countless sexual harassment and assault survivors share their stories of disempowerment and trauma. But I've also witnessed the tremendous courage and altruism of these same people as they themselves have taken various actions to address this harmful behaviour, so that others are not subjected to what they have been, usually though, at great cost. Indeed, what I know from my work is that survivors of sexual harassment and assault have done far too much of the heavy lifting when it comes to eliminating predatory behaviour. And now it's our turn as leaders to shoulder the burden, whether we ourselves have been personally impacted by sexual harassment and assault or not. In the simplest of terms, sexual harassment and assault are straight up abuses of power. They occur when one person with more power, whether formal or informal, takes the liberty of another person who has little or no power to stop it. This can be in many forms, such as sexually explicit jokes or comments, persistent propositions, sexually suggestive or intrusive questioning, loitering or leering, and unnecessary touching, and so forth. In every single case of sexual harassment and assault, you will see that there has been a real or perceived imbalance of power to begin with, and that this imbalance of power has been exploited by the person perpetrating the behaviour. Whether it's physical strength, gender, age, cultural background, wealth, or status, you will see that the person perpetrating the behaviour will hold more real or perceived power than the person they have targeted, usually in more ways than one. Don't get distracted by all the noise that sexual harassment and assault are about anything else. An inability to understand what's acceptable, an inability to control one's sexual desires, the promiscuity of the person being targeted, and so on and so forth. Sexual harassment and assault are straight up about consent. And if you are in a position of power over another person, you can't assume your sexual advances towards them are welcome. Even in circumstances where there is apparent complicity, it is important to ensure that there is authentic consent. And if you're unsure about the line with permissible behaviour, in the words of the former Sex Discrimination Commissioner Liz Broderick, if you're worried about it, don't do it. Social norms and expectations of behaviour are changing, and that is a good thing.